GM and Deb asked about LDN, like starting it, dosing, filler, side effects, etc. I'm gonna tell you guys here real quick about it, but again, my first live, I believe it was March 29th or something, but go back and listen to that first live. I really explain pretty much everything about the LDN journey, how I started it, what I started on, how I stopped, bad mistake, got back on, all of that. I'm gonna really talk about all of it, but I'll tell you guys real quick in a brief. My healthcare practitioner, so my functional medicine doctor, had prescribed it for me, and it was just amazing. But I will say this, and you have to take this with a caveat: just saying that I'm going to get on LDN is going to fix all my problems, it's not. Until that point, 5 years, I had led a very, very clean, healthy lifestyle, and I was actively treating myself and doing maybe 7 or 8 treatments a week. I mean, I was really, really working hard, and my diet was super clean, gluten free, vegan. I had started working out, like exercise, walking a little bit, and things like that. So, if any of you is here thinking that you can just take LDN and that it would be the answer to all your questions, it's really not the case. With LDN, you have to have a very clean lifestyle. You have to be doing other treatments, and I had completely stopped caffeine for 5 years, no alcohol, all of that. So you really have to have it work hand in hand. But originally, my functional medicine practitioner started me on 1.5 milligrams, and then 2 weeks later, had bumped it up to 3 milligrams. I never could make it up to 4.5. Even with the 1.5 and 3 milligrams, I was having so many sensitivities and side effects that I ended up stopping. Um, and that was a big mistake because then I crashed hard, and then I got back on, and I did just so much better. But the second time around, so my first time around, I was taking the capsules, and my filler was ginger. I had from the beginning told my functional medicine practitioner that I have all kinds of sensitivities, so I did not want the regular fillers that they use. I think it's Avichil and sucrose and all of that. I didn't want any of that. I just started out with ginger filler. For me, that's what worked for me. I know some people who have gut issues cannot do ginger filler, but for me, that's what worked. And then when I stopped, and then of course I crashed and I hated it and I had to get back on, I begged my functional medicine practitioner to put me on liquid. So here's again another example where you really, really have to be your own advocate, because she didn't even know about the ginger filler, and she was more than willing to do it after I told her. And then even the liquid part, I was the one who pushed her and said, look, can we do liquid? Because then I can titrate the dose. Um, and she agreed. And so then I got on the liquid one, and I started off with the liquid, what is the equivalent amount of, I want to say, zero point 0.5 milligrams. And then I was able to go up to 1 milligram, and then 1.5 milligrams, and then 2 milligrams. And then I even made it up to 3, but then started having a lot of side effects. And so then I dialed back down to 2 milligrams. It's liquid. I'm not giving you the liquid amount that I'm taking, but I dialed it back down to 2 milligrams, and that's been perfectly fine for me, especially since I've healed so much and I do so much other stuff, and I still take the Digestacure. And so for me, that was really all I needed to pretty much get back to baseline. So I hope that's a quick enough answer to answer your questions. But again, go back and watch the first one, especially where I talk the most about LDN. And then I think the second one I talk about it as well.